Coca-Cola just released their 2025 holiday ad, and after getting absolutely dragged...
So they made another AI-generated ad this year, but this time with AI-generated animals. And this video by Ashley has been a thorn in my side for the last day and a half, because it got me thinking. Coca-Cola is testing the waters, and a lot of other brands are probably watching. They want to see if we're just going to lay down and take this, and if we're going to start accepting that we're going to buy products that are being advertised to us using AI. So, what if there was a creator that took the initiative and made an ad for Coca-Cola better than their generative AI ad from their marketing team? What if audiences still want storytelling in their ads, to feel something from watching those ads, especially around the holidays? What if there was a young filmmaker who stood up, gave a big middle finger to the corporations and said, we're not going to accept this anymore. So I'm going to put together a team and I'm going to make a better ad than Coca-Cola's team did, and we're not going to use any generative AI. These corporations do not care about you or me or anyone except for the dollar amount on the bottom line. So follow along, because I will be posting updates every day between 5 and 7 p.m. We are either going to succeed or we are going to fail spectacularly, and let's hope it's the first one. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you tomorrow. Day one of creating a better ad for Coca-Cola than their marketing team did. Here's the idea. Coca-Cola created an ad using only AI. Myself and a few other filmmakers are going to try and create a better ad with zero budget and no AI. My name is Andrew. I'm a filmmaker. I've directed a feature film and over 10 short films. I have a commercial that I created for the Doritos Crash the Super Bowl challenge that is on YouTube with over 1.9 million views. My goal for this is to have more likes than their video by Christmas Eve. So what's the challenge here? According to Ashley's TikTok and The Hollywood Reporter, they had 5 people who were working on their team, and I'm going to guess there was one executive there. They also did this with about 70,000 clips. That's how many clips it took them to generate this commercial, a 1-minute commercial. And they did it in 30 days, a month. The tagline that they have at the end of the ad is real magic. The challenge is we are going to make an ad using 6 or fewer people, less than 70,000 clips, in fewer than 30 days, and using the prompt real magic. The goal is we are going to be posting the advertisement on YouTube on December 1st. That's the goal. So why are you doing this? I'm doing this to prove a point. Coca-Cola is experimenting to see, are customers going to buy products that are marketed and promoted by AI? Other companies are going to be watching to see what the reaction of the public is going to be to this. I think the irony of the tagline, real magic, on the end of this ad is absurd. This is a soulless, AI-generated image with no creativity behind it. Coca-Cola claims that the genie is out of the bottle, but I disagree. Customers have the power. We have the power to decide with our wallets and our voices what corporations can and cannot do. So follow along on this journey. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 2. There are a few things we need to do in pre-production before we shoot. The first thing we need to do is write the script. This is going to be the blueprint for everybody working on this team so that everyone is on the same page. Then we need to actually put together the team itself, figure out who's going to be all a part of the crew for this. We need actors who are going to be in front of the camera. Then we need to create storyboards, which I will be doing, badly of course, which you will get to see. This is so that the DP and the director can start connecting with one another and seeing the vision. Then we will need to create a shot list, and this is effectively our checklist for the day of shooting so that we know what we need to capture. And then finally, we will need gear, lights, camera, and sound. We have 24 more days before December 1st. December 1st is the day we are posting on YouTube. In the meantime, let's work backwards. Since that, which is day 25, is going to be posting day, the day before is assembly. All of that time in this area here is going to be post-production. That's going to be editing. We currently have 2 possible shooting days depending on people's schedules, and in the meantime, it's pre-production. Everything that I talked about at the beginning of the video. Tune in tomorrow evening because we are going to be brainstorming ideas for this ad and crewing up. Merry Christmas. I'll see you guys on day 3. Today we're working on crewing up and brainstorming. We're going to need to have several people on this production to make sure that it happens smoothly. We're going to need a director, a producer, an assistant director. Those 3 positions will be held by myself. We're going to need a director of photography. That's the person who's going to be in charge of the camera and the lighting to make sure that everything looks professional. We're going to need a colorist so that we can take the raw footage that we shoot and color it later on. We'll need an editor, someone who's going to put together everything that we have created. We have a gaffer that we'll want who is going to be in charge of the lighting to put that together while the director of photography is putting together the camera. They will be working in tandem together. We need a production designer. I want this to feel like Christmas, which means we're going to need some Christmas feeling stuff in the house in whatever set we end up using. And then hair and makeup, someone to make sure that our actors look screen ready. Now, I did mention that we are going to do this with 6 or fewer people, and you may have noticed that that is a long list of roles that I put. So we're going to have people who are going to be doubling up and doing 2 things at the same time. I'm already reaching out to some of my different friends in the industry who I'm going to ask to assist me, and so far we're getting some positive results. I'll let you know who we're getting in the next couple of days, so stay tuned. Now for the brainstorming. Typically what I do when I brainstorm is I have the idea and I let it sit on the back burner in my mind for a few days, kind of let it marinate and, let the idea start to subconsciously develop. And then I share them with some of my fellow writers, some of my fellow filmmakers, and figure out what's working, what's not working. And then that will develop into the script. All right, let's talk about the brainstorm that I've got so far. This is my little scratch pad. One of the key things is that it is a minute. That's not a lot of time. We have to convey a lot of information in a minute. And from previous experience, that can be very difficult. Obviously, I mentioned that I'm using the prompt Real Magic. So we need some kind of magic in this. I'm thinking, the magic of the holidays, family, bringing people together. Santa is magical for children. So 2 ideas that I've kind of come up with so far is potentially a couple going up to see their family. Christmas is always magical for children, so do we view this potentially from the perspective of a child maybe? Do you guys have any ideas of something else that I could do? Am I going in the completely wrong direction? Tune in tomorrow evening because I'm going to be trying to write the script. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you on day 4. To start the screenwriting process, the first thing that we're going to need... Wait. People have just started to comment some really great ideas to keep adding to the brainstorm. I think we're rushing into the screen thing a little bit. Let me give them a little more time. In the meantime, can you comment on this video what country you live in? I'm really curious to see how far we're reaching with this challenge. Tomorrow, we're going to go over all of the ideas that people have put into the comments and write the script then. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 5. For the newcomers, we are making a commercial with 6 or fewer people, less than 70,000 clips, in less than 30 days with the prompt Real Magic. The goal is that we will post this on December 1st onto YouTube and hopefully have more likes on our video than theirs by the time Christmas Eve rolls around. Let's get into the brainstorm. I got some awesome ideas from you guys, so I sorted through them and I wrote them out on this board. There are a multitude of ideas. We have my 2 ideas, which is a couple going to see their family. We have my other idea, which is the perspective of a child. And then I got a couple of suggestions from friends, family, and some of my followers. I have an old person with dementia comes alive at Christmas, which I think is great. Many people around the world drinking Coca-Cola. I think that is a super cool idea. An adult who has lost the magic but is reminded again, I think is very beautiful. And someone put a mall Santa. We take that as we will. I like the idea of the perspective of a child, so I'm going to start with that and write down ideas and visuals I can use as I write the script. I think I want to go with the idea of Christmas through the eyes of a child. I think we all have an empathetic reaction to children and we love seeing it, so it will be powerful for a commercial. I want to focus on family at Christmas because family for me was always a magical time. Christmas was a magical time for me. There's also the magic of waiting for Santa. I think that's something that we could incorporate in as well. I have some visuals that I came up with. a calendar with the days checked off, and then a kid looking out the window, potentially looking for Santa Claus. I love the idea of that with maybe a Christmas tree in the background. And mom making cookies. My mom always made cookies, so if I can potentially put that kind of visual in there, that'll be great. But then one thing that's very important for commercials in particular is that there's a twist at the end. And for storytelling in general, people love when there's a twist and it's not what you're expecting. So I got to figure out some kind of twist as well. But I think this is a good framework here. I'm going to start writing the script. This script is going to be the framework that my entire team works off of. So I need to be clear and concise as I write. One page of a properly formatted script is equal to approximately 1 minute of screen time. So I'm limited to one page to write the entire script. Draft 1 of the script is complete. It's time to send it off to some friends, get some feedback on it, and find out what people think. Do you guys want me to tell you the twist that I came up with for the end of the commercial, or do you want it to be a surprise? Let me know in the comments below. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 6. Let's meet the first member of the team. Today I'm meeting with Gabe, who is going to be coming onto the project as the editor and the gaffer.
Hi, I'm Gabe, and I'm really interested in this project because I believe that human insights and perspectives will always trump AIs, and I think that something like a Coca-Cola commercial is so nostalgic for a lot of us, and I'm looking forward to creating something without AI with Andrew.
The overwhelming majority of you did not want to hear the twist I had come up with, so until we post the commercial, that will stay a secret. Over the last 24 hours, I got some great feedback, and I'm working on polishing the script. Gabe had some really smart ideas to make this commercial really pop, and he and I discussed the project for a while.
Christmas ornament, that'd be really fun to open up on the kid putting the ornament on the tree, that close-up of that.
I think you're right.
Because I think one of the most nostalgic things about Christmas is that idea of decorating the tree. Mm-hmm. That's like the big thing.
Sitting down and planning with your editor can save you a lot of time when you get to post-production, and we need to be extremely efficient here. Tune back in tomorrow when I do some really terrible storyboarding.
Let's do that again.
Tune back in tomorrow when I do some really terrible storyboarding.
Merry Christmas.
And I'll see you guys on day 7. The big thing that we are dealing with right now is trying to find actors for this project so that we can nail down schedules, because the production kind of hinges on that. There is a chance that we are going to have to pivot and go with a different script idea, which I've already figured out with Gabe and some of my other team, that we will do as a backup in case this first idea falls through. I'd really like to stick with the idea of seeing the magic of Christmas through a child's eyes, but sometimes, especially with these time constraints, you just can't get everything that you want. I have started storyboarding, so I'll be taking you guys through that process in the next day or two. Just be a little patient with me. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 8. Day 8 of making a Christmas Coca-Cola commercial with no AI to show Coca-Cola that we want art made by real human beings, not computers. Let's talk storyboarding. A lot of directors use storyboards to help the members of their team see their vision for the project in a very easy and visual way. It allows you to demonstrate the staging that you were hoping to achieve, camera movement, and sometimes even the specific lens. This is an area of my filmmaking that I'm trying to improve on, and this was the perfect opportunity for that. I'm going to be using these to show my director of photography so that they know how I want the shot set up for these particular shots. Now, these aren't the only shots that are going to be in the commercial, but they are the 4 that are the most important to me. Alright guys, here are the 4 storyboards I've come up with. Again, I don't do this a lot. This is something I'm trying to practice. But right now, these are some of the images that I specifically want. The first is I really want to make sure that we get this kind of shot of our child looking out the window, and I'm going to have some cool light coming in here, the warmth of the inside light and the Christmas tree in the background as they're looking outside. This might be the first image of the commercial, and this will be the child putting the ornament on the tree. I drew a little terrible Santa right there. And then I have an over the shoulder of mom as the child comes into the kitchen to ask her a question. And then this is going to be a kind of push in shot as we have the calendar here with all of the days checked off. The child comes in and marks off the day that is December 24th. And as the child does that, the camera moves in. So this will be the first frame. And once it pushes in, that will be the last frame. We might do that digitally. We might do that practically. It'll depend on the equipment that we can get. So that is the storyboard so far, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to be trying to talk with my DP and start working on a bit of a shot list. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 9. Which ornament do we like best? Do we like option 1, option 2, or option 3? I really like the classic look of option 1, but I do like the little Coca-Cola bottles in option 3, and that kind of works really well for this commercial. But is that a little too much on the nose? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I have a couple of updates for you. So we have actors who are very interested in playing the roles. We're just locking down dates with them right now. I've also got a production designer that I've started talking to who's interested in the project, and we are beginning to hunt for props and set decorations. The final script has been locked and sent out to the crew, so now we can begin to shot list in preparation for shooting this week. Again, let me know your favorite option between number 1, number 2, or number 3. Merry Christmas, guys, and I will see you on day 10. It is T-minus 3 days until we start shooting officially. We have locked our female actress and our child actress. We have Santa is on the way. We've purchased the ornament. I got that this morning. I had a meeting with my production designer today, very brief, in the middle of the intersection, and we talked about the plan for the next couple of days. We have our location locked. Things are starting to fall into place. The next couple of days are going to be a bit of a scramble to just make sure everything is going. I will keep you guys posted as I can, and look forward to more content in the next couple of days. The biggest hurdle is production. Once we get through production, it's just putting together the pieces of what we have recorded and what we have created. So we just need to get to production and get through that, which will be in 3 days. Like and follow along the journey. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 11. Today I'm meeting with my director of photography, Marilyn.
Hi everybody, I'm Marilyn Murrow. I am the director of photography for this project. I am so excited to collaborate with such creatives and create art that we can't do with AI.
The shot list allows Marilyn to communicate with the gaffer and the lighting team what we will be shooting next, so that I can focus on working with the actors. Together we are planning everything that we need so that we have a blueprint for the day. The shot list also lets us figure out how much time it's going to take to complete the day. With 14 shots, 4 of those being inserts, we can run at a pace of about 20 minutes per shot and 10 minutes per insert, giving us an approximate shooting time of 4 hours. We also talked about what camera we want to shoot on and what lenses and lights we will have to work with. Marilyn is an awesome creative who I've been working with for over 5 years now, and I'm excited to work with her on this project. We are 2 days away from shooting.
So follow along with the journey.
You're incredible at this.
I know. Go again.
We are 2 days away from shooting.
So follow along with the journey, and Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you guys on day 12. Our little Santa has arrived in the mail for the Christmas commercial, guys. So let's open it up and take a look and see how it is. Okay. Well packaged. I love that because I believe it is blown glass. So I'm going to go grab a knife one moment. Okay, I'm back. We just need to slice this open really quick so we can get rid of this protective covering for it. Another layer. As you guys can see, it is very well packaged. There we go, guys. Okay, let me get it out of its plastic. There we go. Oh my gosh, it looks so cool. This is the Kurt S. Adler. Isn't that gorgeous? This is going to work perfectly. Stay tuned because we will be doing day 12 later today. Today is going to be a big day. day before production, so I'm going to be getting a bunch of stuff ready to go today. Catch you guys later. Make sure you are following so that you don't miss any of the action of the next couple of days. It is the day before we shoot, and we have a couple of things we need to get at Costco. The first thing we need is a Christmas tree, and since none of the stores have real trees yet, this one is going to have to do. Next, we need some snacks. When your cast and crew is generously donating their time to you, you make sure that their bellies are full and they do not go hungry. A well-fed crew is a happy crew. We got the tree, we got the snacks. Let's film a commercial. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 13. Since we are at production, today is all about production design, so I'm going to introduce you to my production designer, Maura.
Hi, I'm Maura Godfrey. I'm the production designer for this commercial. I hate AI. It boils my blood to see creatives give away their control to bots. And so I was really excited to do this commercial, and I'm really excited to bring real human magic into the world. The inspiration I got for the mood board that I created for this project came from 90s Santa Claus calendars that I found that were Coca-Cola branded. And they just had a really interesting, a little bit creepy, but very whimsical vibe. And we're working one of them into the project. Follow along to see that. And I wanted a really sort of nostalgic feeling for this project. So we're mixing home and holidays in a very warm and inviting way. My favorite part about being a production designer is being able to have full creative control over a space. I love being able to add my own touches of whimsy. I love being able to bring a sparkle into an environment that was ordinary, and I love being able to bring a director and a DP's vision to life.
Let's go shoot this commercial.
Follow along the journey. Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you guys on day 14. Day 14 of making a Christmas Coca-Cola commercial with no AI to show Coca-Cola that we want art made by real humans and not artificial intelligence. Yesterday was production. Everyone arrived and we spent the evening shooting our commercial. Here are some behind the scenes clips for you all to enjoy. We managed to shoot 14 shots and still finish with a half an hour to spare. And was it a success? Well, I'll see you on day 15 and let our star end this video.
1, 2, 3, go.
That's rap.
Let's take a look at the timeline as it sits right now. We've finished pre-production, which was the script, storyboards, and shot list. We've finished production, our location, actors, and shooting. We are now moving into post-production. This is where we're going to edit. We need to color, we need music, we're going to assemble, and then our final post, which we know is December 1st. So, the edit, now that we are done shooting everything, the edit has been handed off to Gabe, and he is starting the process of picking and choosing all of the different things that we have shot, and he is going to find the best cut that he possibly can and then send that to me. So that at this point is what we are waiting on. I want to talk briefly about this idea that you are making 3 projects whenever you decide to film a project. I'm going to use the word film here in place of the commercial because I think it's simpler to convey. You have effectively 3 films that you are making whenever you decide to make a film. You have the film that you make when you write the script. That's the vision inside your head. You have an idea in your head of what you want to make. You have the film you actually shoot. That is the version that you are there on the day. If something goes wrong, you're going to have to pick up the pieces and come up with a new solution and improvise. And then you have the film that you make in post-production, and that's the film that everyone's going to see. All 3 of those films can be very close to each other. Sometimes they can be wildly different from one another, depending on the circumstances. So I have at this point tried to make 2 different films. I have the one that I wrote in the script and the one that I filmed the other day. Now we are going to find out what the final product is going to be, what the product is that everyone is going to see online. And this is always an exciting time. It's a little scary because obviously sometimes you don't know if all of the pieces that you filmed, that you shot, are going to fit together in a nice final little package. What are we going to have to smooth over? What are we going to have to work through? That's the exciting challenge that comes in post-production, and that is what Gabe and I are going to be figuring out in the next couple of days, leading to December 1st when we post the final video. Thank you guys so much for all of the support that you have been giving this so far. Stay tuned, because we are going to be continuing the post-production process over the next week before we publish next Monday. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys on day 17. Gabe has sent me a second cut of the commercial. He says that something feels a little off, so I'm going to watch it and then figure out what kind of notes to give him to keep moving forward on this. I watched through the cut that Gabe sent over, and this version doesn't have music yet. Right now it definitely feels like something is missing, so over the next day Gabe and I will be trying to look for some copyright-free music. I think that a big key to this is finding a Christmassy, nostalgic, warm sound, and that will determine how long each shot lingers and serve as our base moving forward. We are 1 week away from posting. Please follow along the journey. Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys on day 18. Over the next couple of days, I'm going to be sharing some interviews from the cast and crew from set so you guys can get introduced to them.
What memory do you get when you drink Coca-Cola?
It makes me think of Christmas.
Coca-Cola makes me think of wonderful times with family and friends and Christmas time.
All right. So what makes Christmas special for you?
The presents and the people who are special that you get to see.
Are you excited to be on set?
I'm excited to be on set because I'm here with my daughter for the first time, so it's an amazing experience together.
Why are you excited to be on set today?
Because I'm gonna act out things and be able to do a lot of things, and I might be able to be famous.
That was Christine and Layla. Follow along the journey because we are 7 days away from posting. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 19. Today I'm sharing interviews with Marilyn, our director of photography, and Moira, our production designer.
Why do you like Christmas?
Because I love ponche and champurrado and tamales and
Okay, so food. Are you hungry?
yeah. Why do I like Christmas, or what do I like about
what's
Coke?
your favorite memory attached to Coca-Cola?
It hurts my nose sometimes, but
I'll have to remember that one.
I don't like Coke.
You
Well,
drink Coca-Cola
in
with
Mexico.
Tijuana.
I only like Mexican Coke.
Why did you say yes to being on this set?
I said yes to being on the set because I hate AI and I like Christmas.
Fair. What is your favorite thing about Christmas?
I really like Christmas Eve because my family throws a huge party and it's like my favorite thing.
Fair. What is your favorite memory attached to Coca-Cola?
I had a friend in high school who drank like 6 bottles of Coke a day, and so my favorite story is that he would always we just liked making fun of him for bringing a bunch of Coke to school every day, and it was kind of a problem actually.
We are 6 days away from posting, so follow along the journey. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 20. Gabe sent me over the most recent cut of the commercial, and I took a look at it, and I think we're very, very close. So he and I hopped on a quick Zoom call to just discuss a couple things. The music really helped you guys, and I think we came up with Final Cut. Final Cut for our project means that we are no longer going to be changing the cuts anymore. We're not going to be lengthening it, and we're not going to be shortening it. The commercial is locked, guys. Now we go to color tomorrow and hopefully be ready to go on Sunday. So follow along the journey. Merry Christmas, and I'll see you guys on day 22. Guys, today is the day we are posting. We are going to be watching it. Here's the plan. I'm going to be uploading the commercial to my YouTube channel, The Wandering Director, and I will be setting the premiere time for 6 p.m. Mountain Time, which I believe makes it 8 p.m. Eastern Time and 5 p.m. Pacific Time if you're in the United States. So if you're interested in watching, that is the time it is going to be coming out. Keep an eye on my YouTube channel because I'll be setting the premiere up so that everyone can go watch it. I would love for everyone to go take a look at it today when it drops. there should be a little chat going. I'll be in the chat replying to everyone's comments. So super excited. Thank you guys all so much for the support you've given me over the last 22 days as I've been making this. It has been quite the exciting project, and your guys' support has meant the world to me. So I think it's very cool that we're releasing this right around Thanksgiving and right before Christmas, two of the most magical times of the year. So Merry Christmas, and I will see you guys tonight at the premiere of the video.